Hey everyone, some more really important information coming out of the news. This one out of the Toronto Sun on December 29th, 2021, with the headline Fury. Brampton Mayor speaks out on Ontario's misleading COVID hospital data. Yeah, not sure if you folks are aware of this or not, but yeah, this is more information once again. Early on, people like myself and others, people who have been in the know for a while, have been talking about this stuff for a while. But of course, we're always labeled conspiracy theorists or nut bars or the far right, all kinds of derogatory labels lobbed at us for doing nothing more than questioning authority and actually having an understanding of what the power hungry, of what control freaks actually do once they achieve or attain that kind of power. It's not rocket science, folks. And this kind of stuff has been understood for a long time. And here in this particular instance, you're going to see how those experts or those in charge are misconstruing and completely misrepresenting the numbers as it turns to cases or hospitalizations. It's a phenomenon doctors and officials have known about for months, but haven't been all that forthcoming about. It's what's known as incidental hospitalizations, people who are included in the Ontario government's daily count of people in hospital with COVID-19, but who aren't actually in hospital for the virus. Instead, they've gone to hospital for something completely different and just happen to test positive for the virus upon arrival, but aren't at all suffering from it. Brampton Mayor Patrick Brown is now looking to draw attention to this underreported issue, which is only getting bigger. I've been told it's about 50% of cases, Brown said in a phone interview with The Sun, referring specifically to Brampton hospitals. This means the actual number of people in hospital with COVID-19 throughout Ontario may be half of what the official numbers indicate. It speaks to the fact that the hospitalization numbers are better than we think they are, Brown said, echoing comments he made at a televised press conference Tuesday morning. If you're looking at case counts higher than we've ever seen before, but hospitalizations that haven't really budged, that's a really powerful insight into what we're dealing with. Brown said in Brampton, the hospital and ICU numbers are actually slightly declining. That's a very encouraging trend, Brown said. You turn on the news and see doom and gloom, and that's not what I'm seeing. It's believed the number of incidental hospitalizations is rising because of how many people in the province have an asymptomatic or mild case of the Omicron variant. Anyways, folks, I'm reading from this particular article from the Toronto Sun by Anthony Fury, but there's another one actually come out today, the same day. This is from the Telegraph of the UK, and I'll place that in the link in the description of this video as well, with the headline, just 1/5 of new COVID hospital patients are true cases. Treat data with caution, say experts, as situation in hospital during Omicron wave is different to horrific scenes of a year ago. And then I'm going to add this into this video as well, because I found this to be quite interesting. Now listen to this, folks.
I wanted to get your reactions on the incredibly sharp rise in cases we've seen over the past weeks.
Yeah, I think we have different narratives in terms of whether we need to worry about this or not. Mm-hmm. A lot of the people who are testing positive, of course, are not sick. And this is an incredibly important message to get through. What we have right now is a very high number of positive PCR tests, but the hospitalization rate actually is fairly flat, as is our ICU rate. And again, it's what the expectations are. And so I think for the province, one of the things we need to start reporting really accurately is whether or not people are being admitted because of COVID or just with a positive test, because of course everybody gets screened. So anybody with screen positive is reported as an admission.
So you heard that, folks. Everyone who goes to the hospital, if you're screened, if you get a test and you come up positive, that's being registered as a hospital admission. So when you're seeing those numbers of hospital admissions rising, well, keep this in mind as well. Anyways, like I say, I'll place this as well as the two other articles in the description of this video below, and I'm moving on to the next one. It's Canadian Libertarian, and I love liberty.